We're doing a semi-how-to video on how to change the torque converter lockup solenoid dash valves. Throwing a code. Torque converter is not locking up at highway speeds. And first thing you want to do is you're going to jack up your truck and drop the pan. I'm going to drain the pan. So that's next. I got my drain pan, my wrench ready, and next video I'll have the pan drop and be taking a look inside the valve body there. Done is we've taken off the filter. Drop the pan to the filter right here, which is right here. That's just 3 Allen keys, Allen bolts that come down. And the solenoid we're looking for, it unplugs right up in here. You can see it. It unplugs right in there. The little metal clip. You pull the clip off, it slides right out. And the solenoid is on the top side of the valve body, which I don't know if you can see it, but it's up in there. So what has to be done is this valve body has got to be dropped. So we're going to be taking off the valve body bolts. So I can get it to focus, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, about 10 bolts drops it down. And then we should be able to get at it. Now another thing we have to do is we have to disconnect the linkage, because this is all connected here, which that's fairly simple. It's a little bar up at the top that goes through here, and there's a bolt that goes through. You want to take that bolt out, and they slide up. So next thing, I'll show you it with the valve body dropped. Park pin rod, whatever, is still holding it up, but we're not going to be taking that out because we got to it, and it is it's right here. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on, get the focus. Come on, focus. Come on. There we go. It's right there. You got 1 screw. It's going to be a star screw. We're going to take that out. We're going to put a new one in, and we're just going to bolt it back up. You can see it's got a pretty nice metal reinforced gasket, which will be fine to put back in. It's just kind of aluminum gasket, I think, that pinches down and keeps everything good. And we're going to put it back in and put a new filter and fluids in it. Alright, well, valve body's back on. New sensor has been plugged in, new filter in. Right now I'm just working on cleaning up the gasket surface. A new pan gasket, the other gasket was a pain in the ass to get off. So, wire brushed it all off, and I got to do this surface now. But right now the RTV is tacking up on the gasket side of the pan, so in case I ever got to open it again, I can drop it down easily. While I'm doing that, draining the oil, then do an oil change while I'm under here and all dirty and everything. This truck here has got 260 or 250,000 on it. The original transmission and the original motor. We've had it for about, I don't know, 10 or 15 years now. It's been pretty good. I mean, it's pretty beat up under here, but it's been a pretty decent truck. My mother's daily driver. She refuses to get rid of it because she likes it. It's pretty much our home on wheels. That's all kinds of junk in there. But last year we were having a misfire that kept coming back. A slight misfire. Couldn't figure it out, and turned out to be a worn valve seat. It was oblonged out and stuff, and we took the one head off and sent it out and had them resurface it and put another valve in it, and back in business again. So hopefully this will get rid of our error code. We got our old lockup solenoid right here, which is the original one. This is the original transmission. I got a Mopar one that I replaced it with $95, but it's, an OEM part, which hopefully it should be good for another 250,000. Now, the reason why I did this video, I know it wasn't very descriptive, but I was trying to find information online. I couldn't find no video or anything on where that little solenoid is, and if or not I have to drop the valve body. But don't be scared to drop the valve body. It comes down pretty easily. And the only thing you got to worry about is there was one spring, big spring, that came down, like a 2-inch spring that came down that was right underneath the X there, which was no big deal at all. And once you drop it down, it comes out real easy and it goes back in. It's pretty much like doing a filter, just a few more bolts. All right, next video, Probably be testing it out. Thanks. We're all done here. It's all wrapped up now and cleaned up, and I know it looks real clean, but cleaner than it was. Torqued down all evenly. One other thing I wanted to point out, which I didn't point out before, is this linkage up here. You take it all. You got to take it off to get the valve body out. There's a bolt right here. There's a nut on the back side of it, and there's another little one on the kickdown linkage right there. You can see the nut. Also, probably if you take the motor box off, which is right up there, you could probably get at them a lot easier unless you got small fingers like I do, but it's still pretty hard to do. Also, keep an eye out for this spring here. The kickdown spring was broken, which might have been causing some shifting issues too, which it's now restored, and the pedal has felt pretty light lately, so that explains a lot. Next step, we're just going to fill it up and try it out. All done, and there we got no codes anymore. No DTCs are present. Let's see if we get the focus. Alright, it's not going to focus, but there's no codes. All the live data is good, and at 55 miles an hour, we're running about 2,300 RPM, which ain't bad for a 3-speed, so it's definitely locking up. Thanks for watching. Like always, share, subscribe, tell your friends, your neighbors, your dogs, your cats, your ferrets, inanimate objects, wacky spaz the third, that's where it's at. All your how-to and who-to and cooking needs. Join us next time.